name is Julia and welcome to this brief yoga practice to rest and restore the body, more specifically the nervous system. Today's practice can be done either on your mat or in your bed, but either way you'll want to be in comfy clothes and you'll need a blanket as well as a pillow or a bolster. So go ahead, grab what you need, and I'll meet you back here for the start of our practice. Let's get started today. You can make your way to any seat that's comfortable where you can feel a nice tall spine. And then once you get here, just feel free to close your eyes or shift your gaze to the floor. Let's just take a few breaths together to settle into our space. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale. Exhale. Feel free to leave the eyes closed or you can gently open them. Let's bring our fingertips, pointer fingers, in towards the bottom opening of the ears. Now, once you have your fingers lightly in those ears, I want you to softly put a little bit of pressure downwards. Now, this should not be anything forceful, very gentle. And then just soften and release the jaw. Let's take those 3 breaths again. Big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Big inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Now you can release your fingers from your ears. Keep that jaw nice and soft. Let's take the fingertips and bring them to the forehead. Little swipes over the eyebrows, sort of tracing the shape of your eyebrows. And then let the fingertips move up towards the top of your forehead as you repeat this motion. Full breath in. Full breath out. Next 10 fingers come down towards bottom of eyebrows. Find the temples, little circles. Keep that smooth, steady breath going, gentle pressure. Can you send your breath to your belly? Good. Work those fingertips down towards the top of your cheekbones. Once you find your cheekbones, move to the bridge of the nose. We're going to swipe from that point, bridge of nose, out to the last point of the cheekbones. Bridge of nose to cheekbones. Let it be slow. Couple breaths. Next time you're at the outer edge of the cheekbones, move the fingertips down just a tiny bit so you find where jaw meets like the ear point. Should feel like a little dent here. Little circles, just like you did on your temples. Release the jaw. Now I want you to take your thumbs right under the edge of your jaw, frame your face, and slide your thumbs towards your chin. Hold the jaw, slide towards the chin. This pressure can be a little bit more if it's okay here. Big deep breath. Couple more. Next time you're at the jaw, just hold. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Now slide your fingertips down the neck. Swipe to the sides of the neck. And then down to your chest. At the chest, tap fingers. Big breath in. Out the mouth. Keep tapping. Big breath in. out the mouth. Last one. Start to slow that tap down and come to a stop. Hands to your knees, total stillness. Big breath to your belly. Sigh it out. Wonderful. Let's set up for our first restorative posture today. Come down onto your left hip. So just swing your feet off to the side. And then we're going to need our bolster for this one, as well as potentially our blanket. So take your bolster, and this bottom edge of the bolster wants to be at your bottom rib when you lay over it. So take a second here, just go ahead and lay over. Find that spot where your bolster needs to be. And then just let the head come down. Left arm is your pillow. Right hand takes this blanket. Maybe you tuck it between your knees or cover the hips. And then bring your right hand either to the front of the body here, or maybe up by the face. A little bit of extra protection, coverage. And sink right in. Find your breath here. Here for the next few minutes, just feel the rise and the fall of your breath. Feel the body sinking, softening, and settling. Your feet get a little heavier. Legs a little heavier. Muscles around the hips soften. Upper body, shoulders, arms, and hands let go. Just a couple more minutes here. See if you can soften your face and deepen your breath. This practice is all about giving the body the time to slow down, pause, and be in stillness so that it can start to integrate all this experience you've had throughout your day, your week, your month, so on. Take a few more fuller breaths here. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. From here, we're just going to slowly lift up enough to remove the blanket between our knees and then roll onto your back. You want, again, the bottom edge of your bolster to be right at your bottom ribs, and then just let your head tip back. The top of your head will lightly rest to the floor. Feet can be planted or extended out long. Just feel what feels best in your body. Arms will be in cactus, or you can think about goalposts as well. Palms up to the sky. Sinking right back into this pose. If you're wanting a little bit more coverage, warmth, sort of protective energy, you can always take your blanket and lay it across your hips, your belly. Also gives the sense of grounding. Just a couple minutes here to rest and restore. Take those full breaths. Inhaling, inviting in the new. Exhaling to release the old. Take a breath down into your belly, let it fill. Exhale, sigh it out. Take 2 more. Gently bring the arms back in towards your body. Give yourself a little hug. Full breath in through the nose. Exhale. Good. Remove that blanket if it's over your hips, over your belly, and scoot it off to your right side. And from here, all we're going to do is roll onto our right hip. Now you'll want right hip to be down to the earth. Bottom edge of the bolster, right at bottom rib. And then just lay down over your bolster. Right arm becomes your pillow. Left arm can be in front, or maybe covering the face a little more. Know that that option for blanket in between your knees is always there for you. It's providing a little bit more support, a little more softness for the body. So go ahead, find that shape that feels right. We'll be here the next few minutes. See if you can start to notice where the body needs to let go. Scan through and just feel those areas of holding. Send a breath there. With your exhale, ask it to soften. Maybe the eyes can close or they get a little heavier. Notice if tension has crept back into the jaw or the face. And just let that go. Each breath down into the belly. And then once you feel that tension, that holding slide away, and you're just laying here fully supported by the earth, let your breath be natural. Easy breathing. The time just to absorb, process, integrate your day. Maybe the mind wanders, and that's okay. But if it's wandering somewhere not so restful, taking you out of your practice, see if you can gently guide the mind to just follow your breath. As you're ready, remove that blanket if it's between your knees. And slowly press on up to a seat. All right, let's get set up for our last posture today. So you'll take your blanket. What you're gonna do is unfold it so that it's just folded once the long way. And then we'll roll our blanket up so it's a nice long roll. So not short end, but rather roll the long end, like so, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. Set that towards the bottom of your mat. And let's take our bolster and turn it lengthwise down the mat. This is gonna be what we lay back on. Now, turn your back to your bolster. You want your sit bones to be about 2 inches from the bottom of your bolster, bringing soles of feet together, knees wide. Take your blanket, put it on top of your feet, and then tuck one end underneath your leg, your knee, your hip area, and then the other end under leg, hip, knee area. So you should see like a U shape over the feet, under the legs, okay? Once we're here, all you'll do is slowly lean back. Now, a couple options if you are needing more grounding today. Hands on the body, thighs, belly, either one, great option. If you're okay with a little bit more openness through the heart space today, maybe you open your palms out to the sides. You choose what's right for you, and take a full breath down into the belly. Big exhale through the mouth. Keep the jaw nice and soft here, a few more breaths. Let's try a little guided breath work here together. Take a big inhale in. Pause at the top, hold. Exhale through your mouth. Hold at the bottom. Big inhale. Pause at the top. Big exhale. Pause at the bottom. Big inhale. Pause at the top. Big exhale. Pause at the bottom. Last inhale. Pause at the top. Big exhale. Pause at the bottom. Big inhale. Full exhale. Fill up on your inhale. Empty out on your exhale. Last one, fill up. Empty out. Let your breath go back to natural, easy breathing. Feel your knees get a little heavier. Face a little softer. Take one last breath here. Bring the hands in towards the body if they've been open. Slowly roll over onto one side, just enough to press up a little bit. Remove the blanket that's around your ankles. Set that off to the side. Bolster can either come off to the side or under your knees if you're needing a little bit more support for the low back in your Shavasana. And then just come all the way down to the earth and let the body rest. Take the time to absorb all this work you just did, ideally resting here at least a couple of minutes. Know that if just a couple minutes here in Shavasana is all that you have time for today, that's totally okay. Way to still make time for yourself. If you want to stay here longer, just pause the video. Rest as long as you like, as long as you need. And if you're ready to start to go about your day, please do so slowly, making your way back up.